Alright, Shalom, Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Mukakadash. Give honor to the elders and apostles. Shalom to my Akim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this foul captivity. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. Okay, and we're going to get into multiple different topics today. YAHAWAH. Alright, so because through the spirit and power of Yahawadah, I've been able to accumulate a lot of different things. And first things first, just to kind of get out the way, because I've spoken on this many times before. I've done many lessons on it, many different lessons on it. As a matter of fact, not just the same old lesson, but with the in regards of the MOTB. In regards to the MOTB, that is that's something that's being pushed out more now, more so than ever. People are being more and more okay with it. All right, I've seen these primarily Edomite women, okay, that as well as in recent times there have been more than just Edomite women. There's been Eves, a Moabite woman and whatnot, but in more recent times I've seen I believe one or two Edomite women that have gotten the MOTB. All right, and once again, it's all out floating on the internet. These videos are floating out on the internet to try to get people to say, oh wow, like look at how far technology has gotten. Okay, like things are so convenient, things are so good. Everything is personalized to you. Okay, it's personalized to fit you so that no one can try to steal your stuff and whatnot. All right, let me see. Let me get this. Bear with me one moment. Let me get this. Bear with me a moment. So chapter 14, verse 7. And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness. Alright? So yeah, initially things might seem like, oh yes, this is a good thing that we're doing. We want people to be safe and secure. We don't want anyone to have their identity stolen away from them. We don't want this, that, and the third. All right, but in actuality, the true wickedness, okay, it's a snare hidden. All right. Psalms chapter 64, verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? All right. So they put down these snares. All right. With one of the biggest one being the MOTB. All right. And it's being introduced to people in a good way. A lot of people, surprisingly enough, funnily enough, already know. Not everyone, but it's not common knowledge yet. All right. But it might as well be. But anyway, the main point is a lot of people, they already know that the what the MOTB is, how it's not good. You can't put some seed inside of you and whatnot. They know you will always have someone saying in the comments of videos like that, saying like, oh, you took the thing, and this is primarily from Christians. Christians are already aware, or not all of them, obviously, but some Christians are already aware of what the MOTB truly is. All right, and on top of that, like that is the common knowledge. All right, that is out and about in the information space, if you want to call it that. All right, which is the internet. All right, so as a result of people knowing and being aware of what the MOTB is, all right, right now we're at the stage where Esau is kind of making people feel comfortable with it, all right? And you're gonna have people, you're gonna have things come out like movies and whatnot. Like what was that one movie? Well, I forgot what the movie is called, but it's with Sylvester Stallone. It's an old movie where everyone had gotten what's it called in the thing, the C-hip, a C-hip in their stuff, and basically there was basically no crime, and all the police officers, quote unquote police officers in that movie, whenever a conflict would actually happen, they wouldn't know what to do because they're not trained in actual conflict deterrent or conflict stopping. Right? They were just all used to, oh well, everyone's just gonna listen, so there's no need to know this type of stuff. Everyone is just straight up obedient and whatnot. All right, and funnily enough, that also links to China and trying to force everyone into that whole subservient type of mindset, into thinking that everything that they say, which funnily enough, like you will have Americans that talk trash and say, and even the government talking trash on China, but they're literally trying to get and be like China right now. All right, they want to be like China. As a matter of fact, they want to take it a step further. All right, but actually now I don't even know if they're taking it a step further, because China, I heard that for their social credit score stuff, like they are monitored literally 24/7. I'm pretty sure either they're monitored outside, they're always monitored outside and everyone knows it, or they're monitored even in their house as well. I forgot, I don't know, Slovakia, but the main point is that China is very dictatory, all right, and America is trying to get on that level, but yet they're being hypocrites. Let me get that. Matthew chapter 7, verse 3, and why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye? Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote of thine eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye? All right, so the thing is, they're saying that, oh yeah, look at this, look at China, look at how dictatorial they're being, all right, but then secretly, not even secretly, all right, because we're telling you this. The prophets have been telling you this, all right? But they're doing it openly, where they're trying to push things to getting to be like China, all right? They're on the road to becoming like China, all right? Especially with the MOTB, all right? They also have, what's it called? People, there was some, I don't know, I forgot who it was or what position he had. I think it was a politician, or one of those scientists or whatever, that was saying, we want to get to the point where the technology where you don't even need to vote. You won't need to vote because there will be technology that will already know what you want to vote or how you want to vote. So it will just do everything automatically for you. All right. So that was another thing that they wanted to do. Okay. Once again, they're slowly moving to autonomy, all right? And on top of that, with the whole move to autonomy, all right? Speaking of moving to autonomy, that's where you also have these jobs. Slovakia. There was a video which I don't remember. Y'all can find it. Most likely, I'm not gonna lie, I most likely will not be able to find it, but I will try. But there was this video where I believe it was Elon Musk or Amazon. I think it was Amazon, where this Jake worker posted this video on TikTok where he was saying that we have to work like in a few days and get the job finished in a few days, and then we're gonna lose our jobs to a bunch of machines. All right. They also said I think Amazon is trying to move towards automated delivery. Automated delivery, where they remove the whole delivery man and stuff like that, so that things are just quote unquote convenient, and oh yeah, you get this stuff delivered to you automatically. I think it was Amazon. I could be wrong. All right. I could be messing with the details, so Slakia, bear with me. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard that, and I will try to find the video. All right. So basically, yeah, that's that. There is that whole thing where they're taking away lots of different jobs, and they're trying to move into an autonomous, work system or workforce. All right, and that's the thing. Like workers, human workers, more specifically, they complain. They need to be paid. They need to eat. They need to rest, and all this stuff like that. Whereas robot workers, you don't really need to worry about any of that emotional or physical strain. All right, everything is just it's gonna work like a machine flawlessly, sometimes better than a human. All right, make less mistakes. Make less mistakes, all right, and get the stuff done without needing to be paid, all right. Okay, yeah, I knew it. Sloppy. So without needing to be paid, yeah, basically, machines don't need to be paid. They don't need to eat. They don't need to rest. They can just keep them on the clock as long as their battery life and whatever is still going. All right, and that's what Esau wants. Right, and on top of that, he's going to take away. He's going to take away, jobs. Right, and then when people don't have money, there's no jobs, no working, so there's no way to make a living. All right. As a result of that, what are they going to do? Like, okay, well, what am I going to do? I don't have any money and stuff like that. And that's where the UBI comes in, all right? So with you not needing to work, okay, now you can just be lazy, stay at home and whatnot, and just enjoy yourself. And you say, okay, well, and on top of that, you can't go to work because there's no jobs and whatnot. As a result of that, people are going to say, okay, well, how are we going to live? Oh, well, the government will provide money for you, a constant stream of income just for accepting the MOTB, all right, from the UBI. So yes, it's a big incentive, and a lot of people are going to panic, all right? A lot of people are going to panic and be scared and not know what to do, all right? Let me also get this. Isaiah chapter 30, from the top. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and are covered with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Also, it's freaking... There's that covering of protection, all right? The same way that, a man is a covering of protection for a woman, all right? The Lord is the covering of protection for a man, okay? And by extension, the man and the women. Primarily the men of the Lord. The Lord is covering of protection for us in this truth, the men of the Lord, all right? And the thing is, especially with recent times, okay, I saw these two videos where, this one video where this Eve, she went to one of the GMS camps, brothers, disturbed their lesson to seek protection, seek refuge, seek a covering from those brothers, all right? Seek a covering from those brothers when some dude and a bunch of women were trying to attack her and whatnot. But the brothers are like, nah, we're not having that. Get away from us, all right? But she tried to stand in between the people that were trying to harm her and the brothers so that they can go attacking the brothers, all right? And that's how Eve is going to be. All right, Eve is going to even innately knew, or it's not Eve, but women are going to innately know, okay, yes, I need a man of the Lord. Because the man of the Lord is going to be the one that's going to protect them. They're going to be protected. They're going to be the ones that are good, okay? Whether they know it in their minds or subconsciously, all right, or not. Regardless, the let me get that as well. Sirach chapter 36, verse 25, where no hedges, there the possession is spoiled, and he that hath no wife will wander up and down mourning. Okay, so like I said, the man is a hedge of protection, just as the Lord is a hedge of protection. There is that inherent, man, all right, inherent protection of having a man, yes. But, it takes it a step further because, with the Lord, no one is going to, when the Lord is protecting you, no one can harm you. Okay, if the Lord decides to protect you, it doesn't matter how many people, if the whole world is against you, the Lord's going to protect you. Going back to Isaiah chapter 30, verse 2, that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked in my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore the strength, verse 3, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. All right, and this is what you have to look forward to should you choose not to follow and believe in the word of YAHAWAH and Yahawadah. All right, when you are trusting in the government and whatnot, the UBI is going to take care of me, this and the third, I'm going to take the MOTB, it's all going to be good and whatnot. And that's where you are setting yourself up for failure, setting yourself up to be destroyed, all right? Because the Lord said to trust Him, okay? Cast all your cares on Him, for He cares for you, roughly paraphrasing, all right? The Lord's going to be the one to take care of you. And if you're seeking protection from someone else, all right, then, in your time of trouble, when they abandon you, all right, then don't go calling on the Lord, all right? I believe it's Judges. Judges chapter 10, verse 14, go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen, let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. Okay, so, you chose not to make Yahawadah your God, okay, your protection, your hedge, your everything. All right, then, okay, in your time of trouble, then go call on whoever you were trusting in. Go call on the government when they leave you, or when they're the ones that are putting you in said tribulation and in said trouble. All right, because you're not going to get far. All right, especially when those thermonuclear missiles come down. All right. Also, Esau has already been making these underground bunkers so expensive, and number one, those are not going to protect them. All right, that's number one. And number two is they're already making it, and then if you don't have money, you're just done for. You're dead. You're going to die. All right. There's no protection from that. All right. So. With that, another thing I want to get into is kind of a bit of a note that I drew where I noticed that a lot of in this time that we're in now. Bear with me, let me get this, please. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 3, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts. All right, so there's also, let me get this as well. Matthew chapter 24, verse 48. Verse 48. But and if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants and to drink. And verse 49, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants and to eat and drink with the drunkard, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. All right, and that's the thing. There's going to be people that are going to be scoffing. They're going to be against, the truth. All right, which we see that a lot more now. There's a lot more there's a lot more Israelites, people that are, which I think I heard that it was what was it? It was Ashkenazi and German. It's German and something, all right? I'm pretty sure Hebrew or whatever. But Ashkenazi is a mixture of German and Hebrew, all right? Which German, obviously, it's a European thing. It's not the ancient language, all right? So, there is that whole issue of them, claiming, of Jake specifically claiming and following after and calling themselves something that is not, what's it called? That is European, all right? You're calling yourself something that's a modern European thing that's derived off of European, a derivative of European, all right, or German, whatever you want to call it, all right? And the fact that they're claiming that while also claiming to be an Israelite, all right, and then mixing that, all right, it's like, you have that whole issue. On top of that, there's also the other one. Oh yeah, suck it. There's a lot more Jakes that are adopting the whole Paul isn't authoritative. Paul isn't the letters of Paul. All this stuff is not a part of the word of YAHAWASHI. Okay, that's what Sakari freaking pushed out into the world. For you have with all these Jakes that are all about freaking debating and shit. All right, let me get this. Hold on. And shit, I should have got my charger. That is unfortunate for me. I'm gonna have to end this shortly. Revelation chapter 22, verse 19. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, Yahweh shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from the things which are written in this book. All right. So if you're taking away from this book, you take away from the word of YAHAWASHI, all right, then that's an issue, all right. The Lord's going to take. Let's see what it says again. The Lord's going to take away your part from the book of life. You're not going to be a part of of the book of life. You're not going to be a part of the life and the promises the Lord has in store, all right. How are you going to take away and change up and edit and amend and abridge or whatever word you want, whatever term you want to use, all right? Trying to make the word be how you want it to be, as we read in 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 3, okay? Scoffers, there's going to be scoffers in the last days walking after their own lusts. People that are doing things for their own lust to satisfy their own agenda, all right? For whatever reason, I forgot what was it. I forgot what. I don't keep up with what they were saying that Paul is against and whatnot. But basically, the main issue is that they're going against certain words, certain pieces of the scriptures, because it doesn't align with what they want. All right, and that's the thing. And when you get to doing stuff because it doesn't align with what you want. Because the thing is, we're not supposed to do stuff that align with what we want. We're supposed to be doing stuff because that's what the Lord said. All right. If the Lord tells us, hey, take a lap around a football field and whatnot, then you better damn well do it. You don't do it. Oh, well, I don't feel like I'm lazy and whatnot. No, you get your ass up and do it. And that's the thing. We can't be doing stuff because we want to do something. We're be doing something because we need to do something. All right, and that's the thing. That's why it's so important to not put our own desires above what is necessary and what we need to do. All right. I can't do this because I don't want my phone to die. Bear with me. Let me get this. Bear with me one moment. Trying to make the most out of this. Bear with me, Slakia. So 16, 12, 15, 17. Slakia, bear with me one moment. Cool. All right, bear with me. While we're waiting, I'll bring up the fact that right, so a quick extra lesson. All right, when it seems like you're building, all right, one thing that I learned through firsthand experience is, it might seem like you're doing something and then things just get in your way. Where it's like you're working so hard to get it done, and then it just messes up. All right, like this. I'm trying so hard to get this, to bring this out, but I'm having so much difficulty. The thing is, keep on going. Okay, things might seem hard, but the thing is, unless the Lord explicitly stops you from doing something, yeah, it might be hard. But don't stop when the thing is just hard. You have to keep on going. Okay, as the scriptures say, my son in Sirach 2 verse 1, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for tribulation. Okay, when things are going to be hard in this truth, in this walk, but you can't just say, okay, well, it's too hard. I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna stop. Okay, these things, these tribulations, these hardships are to strengthen you. Okay, and the thing is, like when you especially like say for example, if you're trying to write a letter, okay, like say you're typing and whatnot, and you accidentally delete your whole progress, and then you're like, oh, you might forget the letter, I'm not going to do the letter anymore, then that's just being lazy, okay? Because the thing is, for me personally, when I was writing a letter, and that happened to me, all right? And the thing was, I just said, okay, you know what, I'm going to keep on going, and then it turned out that the first one that got deleted, that rough draft was worse, okay? I had amended the words better inherently, or what's the word? I naturally just worded it better this my second time around to better phrase how I wanted to put the stuff. So that's why, you know, when things seem like, and that expands into even bigger things, and even bigger issues, even bigger topics, when you are doing something and all your progress just gets deleted or just stops and whatnot, keep on going, all right? Because the thing is, maybe the Lord just wants you to maybe the Lord it's going to put a better idea, all right, or a better way to improve on whatever you were doing the second time around or the third time around, all right? You never know. So, you know, with that, let me get this. 2 Chronicles chapter 16, verse 12. And Asa in the 30th and 90th year of his reign was diseased in his feet until his disease was exceedingly great. Yet in his disease he sought not to the Lord, but to the physicians. Okay, so this is one of the kings of Israel. All right, and the thing is, what happened was he was let me actually get context. 2 Chronicles chapter 15, verse 17. But the high places were not taken away out of Israel. Nevertheless, the heart of Asa was perfect in all his days. All right. So Asa was righteous. He was a righteous man of the Lord. He was doing all that he was supposed to be doing. But one of his problems, okay, was that he didn't trust in the Lord 100%. He didn't trust in the Lord, in the power of the Lord, to protect him, to heal him, to get him through his tribulations. Okay, this is the reason why I bring this out is because this also extends to brothers in this truth. Okay, do you actually believe in the Lord? When brothers say we're gonna get spiritual power, all right, it'll be like Dragon Ball Z and whatnot. Do you actually believe that, or do you think that's far-fetched, that's just ridiculous and whatnot? All right, the scriptures say nothing is impossible with the Lord. All right, it's nothing for the Lord to make fire shoot out of our eyes, heat vision, and all this stuff like that make us fly. All right, like this. That's the thing. Like people are. They might be able to do the work, but they don't actually believe. They don't actually think that take the things the Lord says seriously. Like Yahawashi said. All right, let me get that as a matter of fact. Because we all know what Yahawashi did with reviving people, healing people, removing demons and stuff like that. All right. John chapter 14, verse 12, Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. All right, so the same way that Yahawashi walked on water, all right, healed people, revived people, brought people back from the dead, whatnot, all right, those same things that we're going to do, we're going to be able to do those exact same things. And on top of that, Yahawashi said we're going to do even greater works. All right, and all the stuff that he did wasn't even recorded. All right, but yet we're still going to do greater work than what he did. All right, and this is not to get a big head. It just goes to show that if you truly believe, if you truly have faith, okay, and it's not just about works. Let me get that as a matter of fact. So Rock 37, what is it? Verse 19. Verse 19, there is one that is wise and teaches many. and yet is unprofitable to himself. Okay, so there is that aspect of you're able to teach, you're able to do all the works. Okay, you're doing all the physical aspects, the physical, things that are involved in this truth. But are you doing the stuff? Are you believing? Okay, or are you just doing it just because you feel like you have to, or it's a trend? Okay, you have the physical aspect down, but you don't have the spiritual aspect of it down. All right, and that's where that's why I brought up King Asa. Okay, where he believed. He was doing everything right. He was doing everything right, but he didn't have faith. Okay, he didn't believe. He didn't ask the Lord, YAHAWASHI, please heal my foot, heal my feet, get rid of this plague, get rid of this disease off of me. All right, no, he went to his physicians and was like, hey, you guys, hey, servants, heal me and all this stuff like that. All right, which that's that big issue. All right, there's that big issue. Okay, you don't have faith, you don't trust in the Lord to deliver you, to heal you, to make things better for you. All right, you're too focused on the carnal aspect of things rather than the spiritual side. Okay, that's why it's not. This is not. Let me get that. Let me get that. I think I need my phone for this. Slakia, bear with me. Also, Slakia, that's also, goes to show, I also need to work on my, the placements. Study the placements as well, so Slakia about that. Second Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahawah to the pulling down of strongholds. Okay? So the weapons that we use are not any carnal weapons, they're spiritual weapons. Okay? The scriptures, the word is referred to as the sword. Alright? So our sword isn't the gun, which the modern day sword is the gun. Alright? That's a physical carnal weapons of warfare. That's Esau's blessing. Alright? Whereas for us, our weapons of warfare is spiritual. Alright? And that's the thing, when you're speaking to people, okay, oftentimes, people get confounded. Alright? Especially when you're dealing with people that are going against the scriptures, alright, and you try to rationalize and show them the error of their way, there's that whole realization that not fully understanding, like, you know what, yeah, I've been getting things wrong this whole time, all right? I didn't know, I didn't see, I didn't understand, all right? And that's the thing, it's because we were taught the wrong way for a very long time, okay? We were taught the wrong way for a very long time, and as a result of that, improper teaching, you have an improper viewpoint of what the truth is, or what truth is, all right? So that's why you need to have things corrected for you, all right? So yeah, basically, let me see how much time I got. Okay, I got time. Bear with me. Bear with me, Slakia. Proverbs 20, verse 24, man's goings are of the Lord, how can a man then understand his own way? All right, that's where that's the thing. Like that is the big misunderstanding. Okay, where you think that you know something, you think you can understand. Okay, but at the end of the day, there is that major misunderstanding that ultimately leads us astray. That ultimately makes us think the wrong way for certain things. All right, and we see that. We see that in like say for example, like people that are just vehemently against the truth of the scriptures, where the Lord came only for Israel. The Lord is only dealing with Israel. The Lord only made a covenant with Israel. The covenant is only for Israel. Okay, but yet there will be people that will constantly go against that. Especially say people like atheists, for example. Okay, where atheists they have such a major issue with the concept of God, of a God. All right, and the thing is that with that, oftentimes, I'll say oftentimes, not all the time, but oftentimes, whenever the topic of a God, or more specifically the God of the Bible, is brought up, they have such a major issue with it. They always have something to say about it, to complain about. Whereas, oh, why did God make me like this? Or why did God create gays and whatnot? Okay, like there is a thing. They say where if God hates something, why do you make this? Okay, it's like for example the pigs. Okay, so people would say, oh, well, God made it, so God made everything to eat. Okay, it's an animal, we can eat it. But the thing is that no, that's not the case. Like there are different things that are made for different functions. Okay, just because like say for example water, you're not gonna drink out of the toilet bowl. It's a bowl, it's holding water, but does that mean that you're gonna go scoop out some toilet water and drink it? Hell no. But it's the same thing for pigs. Pigs are disgusting and they eat trash. They're like the toilets or the trash, where they are consuming nothing but a bunch of filth. Okay, where other animals like cows, chicken and whatnot. What's the other one? Goats, fish, some fish. All right. They're cleaner. They eat clean. So as a result of that, we need to be eating clean as well. All right, taking care of our body, just as the certain clean animals take care of themselves. All right, whereas pigs, they don't take care of themselves. Okay, lobster, shrimp, and all these stuff, these delicacies, oysters. All right, which I don't even know. Do oysters? I'm pretty sure they do. Anyway, yeah, I just recently saw this woman who died eating an oyster. Okay, or some parasite, and also I saw this one, I think Jake or Eve, they had went to this fancy restaurant and they paid $80 for oysters. All right, and there was parasites in those oysters. All right, so this is the stuff that you guys are eating. This is the stuff that you guys want to eat. This parasites stuff. You're spending $80 for one small little handful of oyster. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. You're paying $80 to get parasites, to eat parasites. All right. So yeah, let's continue on. Next topic I want to get into. Oh yeah, really good lesson I want to bring out about the whole is the race, is the color of Hamashiach Yahawashi important? All right. The reason why it is so important, so integral, is because there's lots of different. The thing is, people are led to believe, okay, that Yahawashi was a so-called white man, all right? Now the thing is, when you take the image, like let's say for example, draw a parallel so you can better understand. All right. Now, if let's say okay, looking at the way I am, all right. Let's say I slayed a dragon, okay, a literal physical like gigantic dragon, okay. Let's say I killed a dragon, all right. Now with that, like that's a pretty solid feat, all right. That's a very impressive feat that people are gonna say like, oh my God, like, this person killed a thing, all right. But the thing is, people wanna make a monument to say, oh yeah, the time that YAHAWAH slayed this dragon, right? So then they draw a picture, you know, to memorialize the fact that the time that I slew a dragon. But instead of drawing me, they draw a white guy instead. But they say, oh no, it's still YAHAWAH. Okay, don't be mad that it's a so-called white person. We're gonna keep the name. It's not Yahawadah. It's YAHAWAH. Okay, but the thing is, that's not me because it doesn't look like me. Okay, even if you take even when you take another Jake, okay, another so-called black-looking person like me, okay, you still better encapsulate it because there's one major thing that is always a factor in general, which you can also see in stuff like, you know, movies and whatnot. You have identity politics where people see, oh look, it's fucking Captain America and whatnot, and they say, okay, well, Captain America is that good white guy that I strive to be. Where you have those Edomites that say, yeah, I want to be just like him. I want to be that cool, stand for truth, justice, the American way, blah, blah, blah. All right? And Edomites can identify with them, okay? But the thing is, like, we can't identify with that. We can say we respect them, but we can't really identify with that, all right? And it might be a cool feat. Captain America I'll even say that, yeah, Captain America is depicted as a very cool person, even in my eyes, that he seems cool. But the thing is, like, is that something that's relatable? I mean, is that still truly relatable to us? Can we say that, oh yeah, I really want to be like Captain America? No. Maybe in some ways of being cool, calm, collected, strong, and whatnot, and doesn't shy away from fear, sure. But at the end of the day, you know, there is that whole issue of, you know, the legend of YAHAWAH, or the legend of Captain America that takes away from the attributes of that identity, the person who performed said feat. All right. And the thing is, you know, when you have people that are stealing people's identities and whatnot, okay, that are stealing people's identities, their feats, okay, the thing that's attributed, that's locked in, like, okay, yeah, Jake is known for their physical capabilities, their physical prowess, okay, and you give it to another race entirely, then that's where that whole, you're losing the whole attribute, okay? Because the thing is, Esau is not spiritual, okay? Israel is spiritual, even with the whole, even Jake that's not in this truth. Oftentimes what they do is they think, oh, they have these different ways, these different things of thinking where, like, oh, I had a bad dream. I don't know if you had, your mother said it, okay? Eve always gonna say, oh, I had a bad dream. Let's not leave today. Oh, I had a bad dream. Let's not do this today. Let's not go this. Let's not go there. This, that, or the third, and whatnot. Okay? Well, that is that spiritual side of us that makes us do certain things. Whereas, even in, like, say for example, horror movies. Okay? Esau doesn't have that spiritual side to him to think that, you know what? I have this sixth sense or something that tells me, let me not go down this hallway. Let me not go down and, let me not split up and let me not put myself in danger. All right. So Esau doesn't have that thing, but Israel do, and Israel does, and that's why, even more so, it's wrong for us to put that, to attribute that to attribute the legend, the epic of Yahawashi, okay? And I don't even want to say epic or legend, but the historic, the history of Yahawashi, okay? It's wrong to attribute that history of Yahawashi onto an Edomite, all right? That's why it's wrong, because Esau is not spiritual. Esau is carnal, all right? Inherently carnal, all right? Where, again, like as I said before, Israel has always been spiritual. Okay, now also another problem with it, another issue with it, and this is specific to Yahawashi, okay, is if you take the image, it's like if you replace the image of what it's supposed to be, being Yahawashi, actually the actual image of Yahawashi, okay, and replace it with not just an Edomite, but an Edomite mass murderer, or more specifically, an Edomite person that practiced incest and whatnot, because that's what Caesar Borgias did. Okay, he slept with his sister, or it's like he was tag teaming his sister with his, I think it was his dad or other brother, whatever. All right, like, so you're gonna take that image of someone disgusting and then beautify their image so that when people remember a mass murderer, they think of Yahawashi. All right, and that's how wicked things are. And it goes the same way. So if you say you take all the good stuff that I did, let's say that I slew a dragon, all right, by myself, slew a dragon with them, all right, then you take instead of putting my image to on a monument, you put Jeffrey Dahmer's image, all right, like that's disrespectful to me. All right, and it's in that same sense that people are disrespecting Yahawashi by taking that image of Caesar Borgia and equating it to Yahawashi. All right, like that's how disgusting, that's how disturbing. You cannot tell me that does not sound wrong. All right, you can't tell me that that's disgusting. You can't tell me that that's you can't tell me that is not disrespectful. All right, you really have to actually think about the stuff that people are doing. And how they're just completely disgracing Yahawashi. And on top of that, people innately relate to people of people's race. If someone did something, they're gonna think, okay, well, I can do it too. If someone sees Yahawashi and they see him to be a so-called white man, then only the so-called white people are gonna say, well, yeah, I can do that too. Okay? So they're gonna think, oh yeah, I'm spiritual too. When they're not spiritual. Okay, and on top of that, you also have what's it called? Any other race of people. Okay, any other race of people that are gonna relate to the stuff that their own races do. All right. So with that, I pray this system is edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, Ba'Hashem Yahawashi, Ba'Hashem Rikadash, the Most Shalom to my YAHAWAH who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this bound captivity, and Shalom. The Bible and Shalom. Fuck you.